All right, buddy. Here, let me get my partner's filing in here. All right, buddy. We saw you leaving the mall right after that kiosk got robbed. You want to tell us what you were doing there?
Yeah.
Listen.
Great work.
Listen, I'm being interrogated by the police, but Chat's my lawyer, and they're gonna help me out. Now, tell me, what were they asking? What'd you ask?
Well, let's take it again.
I was so focused on the YouTube intro.
Yeah.
Do we feel good about the YouTube intro?
Should I do another one?
How'd that feel?
Should I do another one?
Felt pretty
good.
good
Felt
about
good,
the intro.
felt good.
All right, I think we all feel like you did it right.
Okay.
All right, buddy, we saw you leaving the mall right after that kiosk got robbed. You want to tell us what you were doing there?
Yeah.
All right, come
Perfect.
Come here.
Really good work.
here. All right, Chat. I was at the mall when a kiosk got robbed. We need an alibi. What was I doing? Okay. I was getting a new phone cover. One of the ones with the suction cups on it so you can put it on a mirror and take a selfie and no one has to hold it.
What was the decal on your phone cover? Oh wait, I'm thinking of phone case. You take it away.
No,
I
no.
think it's the
No,
same
that's
thing. I think it's the same
You were
thing.
right.
Hey, you were spot on, man.
Both of
Thank
you are
you.
doing really good. I
Yeah,
really want
you're
to
doing
stress
so
that.
good.
I just want to say you're both doing really great too.
Now,
Hey,
what
you
was the
shut up.
what was the
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
decal?
Yeah, what was the decal, pal? Because the phone kiosk got robbed.
Okay, what was the decal on my phone cover / case? What was on there, huh? Yep, got it. It was Pissing Calvin, you know, from Calvin and Hobbes. He was kind of peeing.
Hey, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't Calvin usually pissing on a thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's usually pissing on like.
Hobbs.
I've never seen that one.
I've seen where it's like a sports logo.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, what was Calvin pissing on, pal?
Oh shit. Okay, so usually Calvin is pissing on something specific, so we need to know what Calvin was pissing on. Fire hydrant, police car, Chevy logo, a cop. Okay, got it. He was pissing on a picture of my own face because I'm kind of hard on myself and I kind of kick myself when I'm down. I'm a masochist.
So you're meaning to tell me that the mall phone kiosk had a phone case available with your face on it?
Sounds suspicious.
And how much would something like that cost?
Oh shit.
Why did you ask that?
I don't know if they want to know if it had my face, why it had my face on it, or how much it cost. Maybe we can knock them both out with one answer here.
Are you gonna buy one?
Okay, $100.
I'm looking for a gift for my
$420.
niece.
You look at his face getting pissed on.
I don't know, she hates guys like this.
Okay. All right. Yeah, $75 custom order. Are you in the market for one of those Calvin pissing on your own face type cases?
I don't like my niece that much.
That's too rich for our blood, I
Too
think.
expensive.
All right, pal. So you did get a custom phone case made with your face gun getting pissed on by Calvin,
Yeah.
and you just paid cash and walked away. And then right after, someone robbed the place. You didn't see anything while you were there.
What did I see after I got that phone case, huh? What was I doing? What happened after I got the phone case?
If your niece really likes it, I could pitch in $20 to the
Hey,
cause.
hey man, I really appreciate that. It's her big 13.
Her big 13.
It's her big 13. She's excited. It'd be nice.
Okay.
Hey, I think I could make one for you on my cricket.
Hey, you got that cricket.
Yeah.
All right,
it's
got it.
Really cool.
Yeah, funny thing is I was also robbed. They saw my phone case. I was holding out my phone, kind of like testing out, and they're like, "Hey, that's a nice case you got there. Let me get that." And so they robbed me, took my phone and my phone case, And then I'm assuming they went to rob the kiosk for more of that stuff, so.
Correct me if I'm wrong. He's pretty ugly, right? So who would want to steal his phone?
Yeah, wait a minute. You're so ugly no one would want a picture of you. Why would someone be stealing your phone case?
What the fuck? Am I ugly? Am I ugly, chat?
Yeah, my niece hates ugly.
Can you
guys.
can you rate me on a scale from
And
1 to
that's
10?
a thing you should develop in her, I think.
Chat,
I'm
rate
worried
me.
his ugly face.
Chat, rate me on a scale from 1 to 10. Got an 11, thank you. Oh, a couple 11s, hell yeah.
got it.
His first time.
5.5.
5.5 out of 10.
Damn. A lot of 6s. Solid 3.5. Damn, my ego.
And now York 8 is so devastating.
Damn. Now York 8. Amongst all the people that we see on screen, how insane they look on screen as a character. I'm a Now York 8 among those people. Alright. I guess it turns out I am ugly.
Okay, so
Well, that settles that.
Yeah.
you've been lying the whole time, buddy. I think we're gonna arrest you.
No, come on. There's gotta be more. There's gotta be one more question
I have
here.
a question for you.
All right.
Why didn't you go to Orange Julius while you were at the mall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. Why didn't I get like a smoothie or something from Orange Julius?
You were gonna get a smoothie at the Orange Julius?
That-
What else do you get?
The
An
Orange
Orange
Julius. Are you
Julius.
kidding me?
Isn't that a smoothie?
No.
We
What
should
are you?
arrest you just for that.
Turn this off.
Whoa,
We're gonna
what
beat
is
the
it?
shit out of
What's
him.
Oh, got some hair poking out from under my hair. Welcome back, folks. Still got some hair poking out. Let me just. Welcome back, folks. My name is Judge Learned Hand. All rise for the honorable me. I hope you had a good time at the interrogation and were able to provide some helpful legal advice for somebody who is being interrogated. We're gonna go ahead and raise. Okay. Someone, I guess, objects to being welcomed back. And so I guess unwelcome back to you, Anonymous. Unwelcome back to you. Welcome back to everybody else. We're going to go ahead and raise the goal now to some amount. And if we hit it again, we'll do another round of interrogations with a different criminal. And you will get an opportunity to once again act as their attorney.
We got some written testimony before you start on this next case, Judge.
We've got some testimony, but we're not in a trial.
Well, I think you got to read this, Judge.
Okay, this is unorthodox, but we're going to read a piece of written testimony. If you want to submit your own written testimony, I recommend subscribing to the show. We'll read it out loud just like this. This comes to us from Jaloshin, who says, "Hey man, Bill Blandon here. If this judge gig isn't working out, we could always use another salesperson at the Bill Blandon Nissan.
Only at Glendale Auto Mall. Damn it! Damn it, Jellotion. I gotta stop falling for that. Please stop submitting advertisements or sort of personal correspondence via the submissions for testimony. That is supposed to be reserved for valuable testimony for tonight's proceedings. Speaking of which, if you're just joining us, there are a variety of ways that you can submit valuable testimony, unlike what Jellotion keeps submitting. You can subscribe like Jellotion has and submit written testimony that way. You can pay $5 and call a witness. You can submit images in our Discord, and I encourage you to do all those things. And I also encourage you to help us get 16 more subscriptions so that we can do another round of interrogation. But now...
You can also submit written testimony like this one, dude.
We've got another piece of written testimony?
Yeah.
All right, let's have a look at that. This is from... Okay, we did that one already. We already did that one. Is that new? Did someone do that again?
Just some ways you can interact with the show, Judge.
I prefer you not interact with the show in that way, but of course it's not up to me, it's up to you by subscribing. Folks, it's time now, though, to go on to our next trial. We've got a defendant here, and defendant, if you wouldn't mind taking your place at the podium and letting us know what your name is and your occupation.
Hi, Judge. My name's Dooley Mornay. I'm a CPA.
Dooley Mornay, the CPA. Kind of rhymes.
I guess Dooley, Dooley, and then Mornay like the sauce.
Thank you very much. Right. Moltar Ben, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. Look at that, we're already well on our way to hitting our goal once again. Mr. Mornay, the CPA, unfortunately, we meet on sort of solemn terms here.
I'll say.
What do you mean by that?
I've been going through some really bad stuff lately in my life.
Well, I hate to add to the pile there, but you find yourself in court today accused of a crime. Chat, can you remind me what it is that Mr. Glass Bones guy from SpongeBob? Yes, Texas Poon Tappa. He is sort of giving that vibe. What is it that Mr. Mornay is accused of? Let's see here.
Can I talk about some of the interpersonal issues I've been going through in my life?
I want to figure out what your crime is first, but then yes.
Okay.
Putting cum in sauce, arson underwater, hamburgling, headbutting a car, not repaying a debt, underwater arson, backwards jaywalking. What could that mean? Robbing an Orange Julius. Thank you, Nitsua B. That's right. Yes, our local Orange Julius, an establishment that has been with us as long as New York has been around. A paragon, a pillar of the New York Mall, the Orange Julius, has seen a spat of robberies, and you are accused, Mr. Mornay.
That's the least of my concerns right now.
Well, unfortunately, it should be the top priority because you find yourself in court for that crime. But tell us, Mr. Mornay, what you are going through.
Well, Judge, for a long time, I've always loved this girl named Elaine, and then I've recently entered into a sexual relationship with her, but she's married, Judge. And evidently, her husband enjoys this thing called cuckoldry, and I've become Elaine's bull in the marriage, and it's very straining for me emotionally because I've actually realized I like her emotionally. You know, not just physically.
Mr. Mornay, I'm having a hard time understanding how this is relevant to the case at hand, which, as a reminder, and we're going to add this to your case file so that we don't forget, you've been accused of robbing an Orange Julius, sir. How does that relate, and please choose your words carefully, to your being turned into a bull in a cuckold relationship with a love interest?
I plan on getting to that very shortly, Judge. I really do. It's just I'm trying to help you understand what I'm going through emotionally and sort of my inner world, and I think first time chatter Bannon97 has absolutely got it right, where I entered into the situation thinking, okay, this person's going to be the cuckold for me sleeping with the woman of my dreams, Elaine. However, lately I've realized, well, then after we finish having sex with each other, I leave and he gets to stay. So then who's really, you know what I'm saying?
I'm having a hard time following Mr. Mornay, but I do think maybe these pieces of visual evidence that you've submitted as part of your defense will help me understand what it is you're trying to get across here. We've got an image here that you've submitted as part of your defense. We're going to pull that up on the television screen in just a moment, and I need you to help us understand what it is that we're looking at. Bailiff,
Okay.
Are we ready to look at that?
Yeah.
All right. And what or who is this, Mr. Mornay?
This is Elaine's husband.
This is the guy who you're having sex with the wife of.
Yes, And as you can see, he's bright orange, not unlike an orange Julius, and I'm looking forward to getting to that aspect
I would
of my story.
yes, I'd love to know how that ties in. I guess he is sort of an orange color, yes. Not unlike an orange Julius. All right, so I want to continue down this line of reasoning, but we do have another, I think, 2 more pieces of visual evidence. Perhaps these are all related in some way.
I'm sure they will be, Judge.
Bailiff, are we ready to look at the next piece of visual evidence?
No.
Okay, we're not ready for that yet. So maybe you can tell us a little bit more about the connection between, and what was that guy's name? Did we get a name for this?
And Judge, his name is Alf, but he's not like Alf, the
monster who eats cats.
He
from
looks
TV?
a little bit similar, but that's just a coincidence.
Kinda. I mean, he just sort of looks like a weird monster.
It's your words, not mine, Judge. I'll say that much.
Okay, and how does he relate to Orange Julius and the crime spree that seems to be happening?
Well, he's obviously turned that, his skin has turned that color because of the sheer volume of Orange Julius he's consumed. So
I see. So what you're telling me, if I sort of may expound logically from that, is you think that Alf, unrelated, is the one who's doing the stealing of the Orange Julius.
Judge, I was the one who took the Orange Julius, but you'll understand that when I did it, it was not a crime. I meant to pay for it, and I'm willing to pay for it. I think this should just be levied as a tax or a fine, but I don't understand why I'm facing criminal consequence for this. I want to just get a bunch of Orange Julius. I'm trying to impress this girl.
Well, some of our jurors in the chat are saying that you've confessed to the crime just now, but I'm willing to go with you down this road to see how it is that you have some sort of affirmative defense that makes it okay or justifies the stealing of this Orange Julius. And we're going to take another look at visual evidence that you submitted to help us understand how that might be the case.
You got it, Judge.
And now, who is this?
So this was a different guy who's been showing up lately. I don't
What
really
do you,
know.
What do you mean?
I don't know
This is
a
a
lot
different
about-
guy that's been showing up lately. Where?
He comes too.
Comes where?
You know where.
I don't.
Please don't make me be crass.
You're
Judge.
talking about to this woman's house?
Yes.
So he's another bull in this situation.
He's not sleeping with her, but he's also there.
What is his dynamic? He's sort of like a voyeur?
I guess so, Judge. I'm not very well versed on this. I was just interested because I love Elaine.
So this woman hires you to come have sex with her in front of her husband, and this guy who do we know anything about this guy? What's his name?
I don't talk to him. We
So
don't
you
speak.
show up at this house. you have
Sometimes
sex
he's
with
there.
This woman.
Sometimes he's there. Sometimes he's not. I don't talk to him. He doesn't talk to me.
You've never asked this woman, hey, what's the deal with this guy?
I'm just so excited to be with Elaine again. I don't want to screw it up. I don't want to do anything wrong. I just want it to go well. I think there's a way I could get her to stay with me if I do all this stuff right. So when her goblin-esque husband says, I need more Orange Julius, what do? I run to the mall. I try to go to the Orange Julius.
So you're doing this for the husband.
Yes, but ultimately I'm doing it for Elaine.
I have a hard time understanding how that tracks, but we do have another piece of visual evidence here that I'm hoping will crack this whole thing wide open. Bailiff, are we ready to take a look at that?
Yes, dude.
All right, and let's see. And who is this?
Well, he's another one. He's another.
What do you mean he's another one? Another what? What do you call this?
I don't know, Judge. I don't know those types
What
of
does
things.
he do? How does he fit into the dynamic?
Judge, I wish I knew, Judge. I really do. I don't understand it. I'm just...
The other guys, you said just watches. What does this guy do?
Judge, I feel like a victim as much as anyone in this context.
You are complicit.
I don't...
Mr. Mornay, it is your choice to be part of this dynamic. Every day you wake up and you decide to go have sex with this woman. You don't have to do that, Mr.
I
Mornay,
know.
unless they have some sort of blackmail situation going on.
No, but Judge, you don't understand. I've loved this woman for so long, so many years of my life. It's so hard to pull away. So yeah, sometimes we're having sex and I look out the window and just behind the tree there's a scary hairy man and he's looking at us and I'm told, don't talk to him, don't worry about why he's there.
So he is, despite being outside and seemingly unrelated to this situation, Elaine has informed you that he is part of the dynamic.
Yeah.
So she has sort of like an intimate inside voyeur in that sort of fox guy.
Sometimes.
Who's there sometimes, and then this Bigfoot guy is just kind of lurking outside the window, and all this is for the sexual gratification of Elaine.
I think it's for the sexual gratification of the husband, Judge.
I see. Well, someone's paid $5, which means we're going to bring a witness to the stand. Hopefully someone who can clarify this. In the meantime,
we got some written testimony.
we have some written testimony here that I'm going to need to hear your
A lot of
response
people have
to.
been asking about my neck brace, I've noticed, Judge.
I'm noticing, yeah, I mean, I didn't want, that felt like an unrelated private matter.
It
Is
was. I got kicked in the head by a horse.
Okay. Cool. I hope that answers your curiosity, chat. The guy got kicked in the head by the horse. You feel happy now that you made him say that?
You happy now? And now you'll understand, Judge, why this is sort of the least of my worries. Between Elaine and getting kicked in the head by a horse, I'm up to my neck in problems.
Moot Mile wants to know what kind of horse.
Just the brown one.
Brown kind, got it. All right, well, we've got this piece of written testimony from Moltar Ben, who says Dooley is a stand-up guy. So it's sort of a character.
Thank you very much.
Some character testimony speaking to your character. We have another piece of written testimony here that we're going to take a look at, and some more visual evidence that you've submitted as part of your defense. Let's look at the visual evidence first. All right.
So the first couple times I was told this was a bee that just happened to be in the room.
Now this looks like an adult-sized man to me.
I know, Judge, and I thought the same thing, Judge, and I said to Elaine, Elaine, it feels like this is another gentleman in the room.
She tried to make you believe that this was a common bumblebee or insect.
She said, it looks like there's just a bee flying around in the room. Don't worry about him. And I said, Elaine, it feels like there's another gentleman who you've rigged with some apparatus to be able to swing around on top of us through this whole process.
So he's swinging on an apparatus?
Yes, not touching either of us, but he's sort of going up and around the room.
And is he interacting with the fox guy at all, who's just sort of in the corner?
Judge, it's incredible the way none of them speak to each other, but they all know what to do.
They all just sort of arrive silently at this building one by one, unspeaking, wait for you to have sex to completion with this woman and then leave without speaking to each other?
Yes, Judge, I'm in hell.
We've got another piece of written testimony and a witness. Bailiff, are we preparing the witness? We got to figure out who this witness is. We're going to look at the written testimony, though, in the meantime. This comes to us from Coconut Milk, who says, I also fucked this guy's wife.
And Judge, if I could, she's not my wife, unfortunately. I wish she was, but she's another man's wife. That scary man.
Well, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Coconut Milk, you were talking about Alf, right?
Oh,
Alf is the name of the husband?
Then yes, it's very likely that Coconut MILF was also one of the people partaking in having sex with her. She's her own free woman, ready to do whatever she wants. I wish she was with me, but that's not her wish. So.
Okay, so to clarify here, in addition to this cadre of seemingly primarily voyeuristic members of this group, the bee, the fox, the
bear man outside.
Yeah, I was gonna say Bigfoot. I guess he's bear-like in a way. There's also other bulls whose role is to have intercourse.
Maybe I don't see them around. And let's be clear about this, because I'm seeing some people saying this is just an orgy. I'm the only one having sex with Elaine in this situation.
At any given time. Although it sounds like Coconut MILF is also...
When I leave the room, I don't know what happens. And it kills me that I don't know what happens.
I gotta say, I'm on the edge of my seat too. I really wish I knew.
Yes, but I have sex with Elaine and then I go. I get a text on my phone from her that says 8:30 p.m. That tells me everything I need. I'm not allowed to text her back. I show up at 8:30. It's usually going about 90 minutes, and then I leave, and I just wait for that text all week. If I'm being honest, Judge.
Well, we've got another piece of written testimony here. This comes to us from Ignore My Resub, please, who says, been a Dooley Mornay fan since the rotating box stream. Get well soon. And can you help me understand what that means?
I did a stream where I was in a box for like a long time, and then you could trigger stuff to make me get spun around, and I ended up breaking one of my vertebrae.
I see, but this is unrelated to being kicked in the head by the brown horse.
Yeah, that was unrelated.
You broke your neck prior to that.
Yeah, and then it healed up, and then I thought, oh, what a lovely day. I'm gonna go walk through the park, and then a brown horse kicked me clean in the head.
In the park.
Mm-hmm.
Tragic. Well, we've got two more things to take a look at here, and then it's got to be time to vote. We've got a witness, which, Bailiff, are we ready to hear from our witness?
1 second, Judge.
Okay, well, let's look at this last piece of visual evidence that you've... Okay, we're not ready to look at that yet either. Mr. Mornay, anything you'd like to add to the record while we prepare this evidence?
Judge, have you ever been conflicted?
Yes, all the time. I'm faced with arguments on both sides, and my job is to resolve those conflicts.
Do you ever then, when you're conflicted, feel maybe overwhelmed? You go and you do something, you try to just get a job done efficiently and effectively, and then something bad goes wrong and you don't get to anymore?
I suppose so. You know, I try to do my best work and avoid those situations, but sure, I suppose that kind of thing happens to the best of us.
So in an effort to appeal to Elaine, if I went to an Orange Julius and said her little troll husband needs all these Orange Julius, give them to me right now, and then I took out a gun that I found on the street earlier, and I said, give me it, and then they gave me all the Orange Julius, and I ran out of the store and I hucked the gun into the woods, but I heard it go shoot something. That kind of stuff happens to you sometimes, you know?
No, that does not happen to me. That specific hypothetical has never, and, you know, knock on wood, never will happen to me.
You never found a gun on the street?
No, Mr. Dorme, that is not something that happens to anybody.
I feel like I find one a month.
Judge,
That's shocking to me. Yes, bailiff, what?
Can you sing the note in the objections in the case file?
Can I sing it?
Yeah.
What do you mean, can I sing it?
Just read it, Judge.
Is this from Mulan?
Sing it.
Do I understand this is from Mulan?
This is from Mulan?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. I'll make a cook out of you. Let's get down to fucking.
Judge, please, this is so hurtful for
We're not gonna do the whole one unless someone donates $50, and then we'll do a full parody song about cucking to Let's Get Down to Business.
We're ready for,
Let's go ahead.
All the shit that's happening.
Yep, we got a lot. We got a lot to do. First of all, let's get our witness on the stand. Witness, please take your place on the stand, and if you wouldn't mind letting us know your name for the record.
Hello?
Oh my God.
Can you hear me, Judge?
Kinda, yeah. Just really try to project.
Elaine, oh my God,
Judge,
hello.
I am Elaine.
Wow, not at all what I expected you to look like, if I'm being honest.
Judge,
although
why would you bring her here?
I didn't bring her here. This was a requested by one of our witnesses. Elaine, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your relation to the defendant, Mr. Dooley Mornay?
Yes, I am an artist, and Dooley is my little boy. He does so much for me.
I'm told I'm her muse, Judge.
I see.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm not here to delve into the intricacies of your sexual relationship. That is a private matter for which you're not here to testify. However, Elaine, if you could maybe help us understand a little bit more about how Mr. Mornay is involved with the local Orange Julius and whether you know anything about the string of robberies that have taken place.
Well, what I do know is he follows all instructions that I give him. So he is a very good boy. If I told him hypothetically to go rob an Orange Julius, he hypothetically would. But
All in the hypothetical, of course.
all in the hypotheticals. I'm just trying to tell you how good of a boy he is and how much he listens, and he also always makes me come to completion.
Okay, well, and
You hear
again,
that, Judge? That was pretty good testimony.
I did hear that, and stenographer, we can go ahead and strike that from the record. Doesn't feel relevant, and frankly, it's kind of gross.
Judge, listen. Elaine has an Etsy shop where she makes her own bespoke coasters, and she says that if I'm not doing the
Sorry,
stuff,
bespoke coasters?
yes.
What does that
like
mean?
you could get a custom-made one of like a guy pissing on your face or something if you wanted to. And she says that if I'm not there to provide the services that I provide, she won't have the inspiration to complete those coasters.
So this is all about the coasters.
Yes, and I think
Is it Calvin pissing on your own face?
it could be if you wanted it to be. It could be also maybe someone's husband pissing on your face.
All
or
right,
something.
we have limited time with Elaine, so I want to make sure that we get whatever testimony she has left to share. Elaine, is there anything else you'd like to add to the record while we have you here?
Nope, that maybe I just love smoothies from Orange Julius. But that has nothing to do with my little boy.
Okay, it feels, I mean, I'm not totally sure why you would add it to the record if you're saying that it's not relevant.
No comment.
Okay. All right, well, thank you, Elaine, for your testimony. You're free
She's
to go.
so great, Judge. I don't even mind that she calls them smoothies from Orange Julius. I still think she's the best.
Mr. Mornay, we've got one more piece of visual evidence that you've submitted. I guess this is supposed to be sort of the last, the cherry on top of your defense. We're going to display that on the television. I'll give you an opportunity to explain it, and then we're going to vote. Okay, who the fuck? This is the Noid.
Yes.
That's the Noid from the Noid.
This is the final piece of the puzzle.
What do you mean by that?
Judge, when I walk in, I'm told one thing. One of the men, different every time, will say, avoid the Noid.
So sometimes it's the bee, sometimes it's the Foxman, sometimes...
Often it's Alf, but very occasionally it's been the B.
And he's sort of buzzing around above your head, whispering into your ear, avoid the Noid.
He says it once when I walk in.
I see.
And God help me if I don't avoid the Noid.
So you're saying that in some situations you haven't succeeded in avoiding the Noid?
No, so far I've managed to consistently avoid the Noid. I'm so afraid of what would happen if I don't.
I see. So you actually aren't even aware of what would happen, but you're so stricken with fear at the prospect of it happening that you seem almost paralyzed.
Exactly right, Judge.
I see. Well, we've got one last piece of written testimony, and then we're going to pull up a poll and allow you to make your closing remarks. This comes to us from witness Dirt Snakes, who says, I've been there too. I think I saw the judge while I was there last time. Okay.
Judge, have you been sleeping with Elaine?
You know what? Frankly, my penis doesn't work, and that's not something that I shared with any pride or really any desire to make that known. But I find that it's relevant here, as I've been accused of being in a place that I'm sort of impotent in that way. And so to find me there doesn't make a lot of sense.
Judge, let me ask you this one question then. You're telling me you've never found a single gun on the street your whole life?
No.
Not one?
That's not surprising.
Bailiff,
That's
how many
not a
guns
common
do you find? How many
experience.
guns do you find in a calendar year on the street? Oh, Bailiff's piping.
In the zone.
Bailiff's
Bailiff
playing
is-
Fruit Ninja. How many guns do you find on the street in a calendar year?
Me, like, at least 17.
That's what I'm saying.
17.
That's
Okay,
higher than mine.
I don't know where you guys live that you're walking around and finding 17 guns on the street.
No,
Maybe I'm just in a nicer neighborhood. That never happens to me.
I live in a really great neighborhood. I'm a really good CPA.
Okay. Well, Mr. Mornay, is there anything you'd like to say in your closing remarks as we bring this poll up?
Listen, I think we've all been in a situation before where a girl we had a long-term romantic interest in reemerges in our life in a way that we think is going to be romantic and beautiful that actually becomes a weird psychosexual game you're not even privy to. Then, through the torment of this psychosexual game, you find yourself at an Orange Julius holding a gun you found on the street, yelling you need to get everything and go right now. Because her husband, Alf, needs this because he drinks this so much it's made his whole skin orange. I think we've all been in this situation before.
Talk about all the guys.
And
Talk
then
about all
there's
the guys
also
who
a
are in
bunch
the
of
mix.
different guys there. There's her husband there, as we know, but then there's also one man who looks kind of like he was painted Tails from Sonic. He will never speak the whole time. None of them will really speak to each other. But then there's also a man who's outside by a tree, and he's peeking. He kind of looks like Bigfoot. And then there's also a guy who you were told was a bee, but actually after spending more time, you realize it was clearly a man in a bee suit who's on some apparatuses getting flown around above you. And then, of course, there's the concept of the Noid appearing, and you don't want to have that happen.
Right, that's not really a guy. That's just like a concept.
We've all been in this situation before, and I think in this situation, what we want is empathy.
Well, let's close out the poll and see where we landed. I'm being entirely blocked by the poll, but I can read it. And it appears that the jury has entered their verdict. We can close out that poll entirely now, and I will go ahead and make my ruling once it's been cleared from the screen. And once we clear that from the screen, I'll go ahead.
Damn button.
It's the same button that you just pressed to close the poll.
Looking for that button.
The button, it's the same button.
Judge, surely when you were a kid, you found guns on the street, right? Back
No,
before 9/11.
I've never found a gun on the street.
Pre 9/11, you never found a gun on the street?
No, I don't know. I don't see how 9/11 is relevant.
Well, that's because then they could, control started happening at the federal level. I don't want to get into all that.
Me neither. And let's go ahead and close out this poll.
Trying to find that button, Judge.
It's the same button that you used to close the poll.
Right.
Should just say close.
Gotta be one of these.
Yep.
Gotta be one of these.
Just go ahead and click that button.
And I don't think I. Oh.
Yep.
All right, I did it.
Nope, you didn't do it. It's
think
the
you did
poll's
it.
still the poll's
Looks
still
like you did
covering
it
my
to me,
face.
Judge.
I got the button, Judge.
No, you didn't,
Thank you
Bailiff.
very
The
much.
Bailiff, the poll is still. I'm looking at it clear as day. It's still fully covering my entire face.
So that's the wrong button that I pressed.
I don't think you pressed any button, and if you did, it was the wrong one.
Ooh, I wonder what that button did, Judge. 'Cause I definitely pressed a button, and that's not good.
Judge, Elaine just
Okay.
Elaine just sent me the 8:30 p.m. text, so we got to get moving here if that's okay.
I'm trying. Listen, I'm doing my best to move us along here.
People, Art Chris in the chat saying the poll's gone for us, so I think I did hit. the
No,
button.
no, I'm looking at it. I'm looking right now at the poll being. We honestly we don't even have to close it. If we could
I
just
have to
move
go
it.
take a reverse shower, Judge.
Can we
Please
get one?
hurry this up.
What is a reverse shower?
It's where you dirty yourself in the bathroom.
it once in the chat if you do not see the poll.
And let's close out that poll, please. We got 2 more trials to take care of tonight. Spending a lot of time on the poll.
I'd love to
Getting a
get
lot of
moving.
ones. Getting a lot of ones that people don't see it.
Okay, well, I still see it. It's right in front of me.
Might just be for you, Judge.
Okay, well,
You think?
assuming it's just for me, that feels even if it is just for me, feels pretty important since I'm the judge. I need to be able to see.
Right.
So let's go ahead and close out that poll.
Alright, let me just find the button, Judge.
All right, it should be the button that you press to close to finalize the results.
Right.
Same button.
Right.
So just go ahead and hit that button
Alright.
and go ahead and do that now.
Oh my god.
And pressing the button, Judge.
You okay? Well, I know for a fact you haven't pressed the button because if you had, the poll would no longer be on the screen.
Alright.
Judge, I don't want to make a big deal about this. I did find a gun at my feet just now, but I don't
Okay.
want to. I don't want to. I
Please
don't want
don't
you to
touch
think I
that.
brought it. I found it here. I swear.
I
but
can't imagine a scenario where someone would have left their firearm at the witness stand.
I'm telling you, Judge, I don't own a firearm. I found this one right in front of my feet here. I'm not picking it up. I'm
Okay,
not touching
don't pick it up, don't touch it. Just
Okay.
leave it there.
Okay.
We're gonna have the bailiff take care of that as soon as he closes out the poll.
Alright, I'm pressing the button, Judge.
All right, go ahead and press that button.
And pressing it.
Great.
And it's been
We just do we want to do this for the next 20 minutes? We feel like we got 20 minutes worth of juice in this bit.
Judge, personally, I've come around on it a big way.
And I press the button now, Judge.
I'm getting for real mad.
And the button has been pressed, Judge.
You haven't pressed shit. You haven't pressed shit. It's still there. I'm gonna come around and press it myself.
Alright, Judge. Everything should be good now.
No, it's not good. It's not good. It's bad, bailiff. It's not good. I'm still seeing the poll. It's been there for like, I want to feel, it feels like 20 to 30 minutes. I know it hasn't been that long, but that's how long it feels for me.
Okay.
And so let's close that out.
I agree with Mokoy FF.
Okay, I got it, Judge.
You can't keep saying, I know that you're doing this now to piss me off. And it's working.
I would never try to piss you off, Judge. I'm always trying to be right there by your side and support you, and that's why I'm going to press the button right now.
Perfect. Go ahead and press it.
Press it.
You're not pressing it. You need to press the button.
Yep, I'm pressing the button now.
We have 2 more trials to get to. We have 18 minutes.
Judge, can I give you a piece of advice? If you're thinking about getting kicked in the head by a horse, don't.
What are you talking about? Thinking about getting hit in the head by a horse? I'm not thinking about getting hit in the head by a horse.
My neck's freaking killing me right now. Next time you're by a horse, you better keep walking.
And let's close out that poll.
Alright, pressing the button, Judge.
Great, thank you.
And I got it.
You did not get it. I don't know how to escalate this. I don't know how to build on this.
Oh, you want me to press the button, Judge? Why don't you just say so?
Yes!
You should have just said that from the beginning, Judge.
Judge, you seem so upset all of a sudden. Before you looked like you were a black box with white text over it. Now you look all upset.
Anyway, you're innocent.
Thank you.
Get the fuck out of my courtroom.
Okay.
Get the hell out of here.
I'm gonna go face every demon at once.
Nice and easy.
Welcome in, folks. My name is Judge Learned Hand. If you're just joining us, we're here in criminal trials, and you, the viewers at home, are our faithful jury. We just found out that Mr. Mornay was innocent of the crime of who could possibly remember at this juncture, but what's most important is that if we get 9 more subscriptions, we'll unlock the interrogation game one more time, and you will get a chance to work as an attorney to represent a potential criminal as they're interrogated by the police. And in the meantime, let's go ahead and, let's talk about Voodoo Ranger again. This show's sponsored by Voodoo Ranger, yada, yada, yada. You get it. It's delicious. We need to get a bottle in here. Scuba Doo 27, thank you so much for the gifted sub. Although I don't have a bottle of Cool Refreshing Voodoo Ranger, or I can, what I do have is the Ranger himself in bobblehead form. Yes, bobblehead Voodoo Ranger. And you might be wondering, isn't he supposed to have 2 arms? So folks, Buy a cool, refreshing Voodoo Ranger from anywhere that beer is sold. And look at that. It also is like it can be a hat. So let's go ahead and get our next defendant out and figure out what their whole deal is. Come on, defendant. Have your...
Is that how you say it?
Hi there. What's your name?
Hi, my name is Angela Smith Schmidt, and I am a corporate party starter.
A corporate party starter. I see. Nitsua B, thank you for the subscription, and Angela Smith Schmidt, thank you for joining us. I wish you were under better circumstances. Caboose, thank you for the 5 gifted. I wish you were under better circumstances because, Angela, you find yourself here today accused of a crime, and we're gonna find out what that crime is, and then we're gonna give you an opportunity to defend yourself with some evidence that you've submitted. But first, what is Angela here accused of, chat? Can someone remind me? What is it that she may have done? Pissed in the ouch bowl at the Christmas party.
What was it, Judge?
Pissed in the ouch bowl.
Just in the ouch bowl.
That's what it said.
No.
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 Let me take the shot, Judge.
We gotta do it now, Judge. You can't just say it that many times and not do it.
Yeah, we'll take that. Sure. Pissed in the ouch bowl. It's already in the case file. Now, Angela, I understand that you're a corporate party starter, and probably your job involves supplying the ouch bowl, among other things.
Yeah.
But we actually got a reports from Now York, or sorry, what the hell is the name of the company? The Now York, the Everything Now Corporation. That's what it's called. I had a little brain fart there. Everything Now Corporation, obviously the biggest industry here in town. They were having an office party, and it seemed that somebody pissed in the ouch bowl. Can you tell us a little bit more about what might have happened?
Sure, Judge. So I always bring the ouch. It's kind of a Smith Schmidt special. Okay, everybody's like, oh, we go to the party, there's a punch bowl. Not if Angela's there. Then it's the ouch bowl. And you know why I call it that, don't you?
I would love to know.
Do you know why I call it that?
I don't, and I haven't even got a clue.
Do you want me to tell you, Judge? Because I'll tell you.
I'm hanging on the edge of my seat.
Okay, so here's what it is. Oh, here's what it is. Okay, so the punch that I make it really strong. Because, you know, alcohol's the best social lubricant.
Absolutely.
So I make the punch really strong. So everybody wakes up in the morning with the hangover and they go, ouch, my head.
That is good stuff. And that's why they pay you the big bucks, I'm sure, Angela.
Yeah, I do good. I do okay.
Now, Angela, I can't imagine any reason why you, the one supplying the ouch at these parties, would be the one to piss in it. But I suppose we'll find out a little bit more as we go along here. I noticed also that you've submitted some visual evidence here. We're going to display it on this TV screen, and you can just go ahead and help us understand why you submitted this as part of your defense.
Sure, Judge.
And now, what are we looking at here?
So that's basically a little drawing I did.
This is an illustration.
Yeah.
I see. And help me understand why you submitted this as evidence.
Well, because, Mr. Abe Lincoln,
Right.
my #1 hall pass celebrity crush of all time.
Really?
Uh-huh. And I do a lot of time doing kind of colored pencil photorealistic Snapchats of him. That's mostly what I do. And I didn't want to submit any of the NSFW ones because I know this is a broadcast.
Well, we appreciate you not sending any colored pencil nudes of former President Abraham Lincoln.
You're so welcome, Judge. But I basically just wanted to submit that just to show everybody what Angela can do.
I see.
I just want to give the court a good idea of kind of what I'm working with.
I see. Well, you've submitted 2 other pieces of visual evidence here that I want to take a look at. I did also just want to tee this up, and maybe you'll have a response to this, that there was another party planner in town, in Now York, who was also serving ouch at parties, and allegedly one of the parties that they organized is the one that had piss in it. Now, that person obviously is not here unless we call them as a witness, but it might lead one to think that perhaps, and I don't want to accuse you, but there seems to be some motive here that you might have pissed in the ouch for that party to make it appear as if that party planner supplied piss-filled ouch for the party. And what say you to that?
Judge, are you talking about party planner Angelo Schmidt-Smith?
Is that their name, Angelo Schmidt?
No, his name is Derek Robson, but he's coming for my gig.
I see. Derek Robson is the other party planner here in town, and their party is the one that was allegedly the one that had the piss-filled ouch.
Yeah, he was doing the Everything Now Corporation party because I was supposed to do that, but I got shingles.
You got shingles, and so you weren't able to do it.
So I couldn't go, but they were so sad. Everybody was sending me cards. Angela, hope you don't have shingles anymore soon. We miss you so much.
I can imagine they were upset, probably also because of the piss-filled ouch.
Well, Judge.
We've got some more evidence here, Angela, that I want to take a look at. This is a piece that you submitted as part of your defense here. Help us understand what's going on with this.
Yeah. I wanted to send that one in because it's something that my kids cooked up.
I see. This is, and what are their names?
I have a 2-year-old named, his real name is Jeffrey, but we all call him Stick.
Stick. Aww. Stick Smith Schmidt.
Stick Smith Schmidt, yes. And then I have a 10-year-old, and her name is Barfney.
Barfney?
Bar food?
What is her name?
Her name is Barfney.
Barfney?
It's a family name. Barfney Smith Schmidt.
I see. And I suppose, and maybe this is me just jumping to conclusion, but Barfney is probably the one responsible for that piece of art that we were looking at here.
Actually, no. Most of it was Stick.
This is the 2-year-old did this.
Most of it was Stick. He got
Wow.
Yeah.
Concerned in finding out Stick did it.
He's a visionary. He's a visionary young artist.
I see.
And it runs in the family. And I hope that one day he can support himself off of his art alone. He doesn't have to do corporate party starting, even though I do so love it.
I'm sorry.
It so much.
Are you saying that you bring your 2-year-old child with you to these corporate events?
Judge, are you high? I said nothing of the sort. Okay. I just told him that he should follow his passion as an artist so that he doesn't have to become what his mother does professionally.
I see, okay. What's that?
You high, Judge?
I'm not high. I wish I were.
Are you smoking reefer? Tell me right now.
Not until I get home. Angelo, we've got another piece of visual evidence here that's part of your defense. I'd like you to take a look at this and help me understand why you've submitted it. This is Abraham's hummus.
Yeah, so pretty much in kind of like the in the AU that I write fanfic for Abraham Lincoln in it. In one of them, he lives in Bushwick and he owns a hummus shop. And I come there to buy hummus and he's like totally in love with me and we have a really big meet cute and we fall in love and we have lots of freaky sex.
I see. Okay, and I don't want to put together your defense for you, but I suppose if I am understanding this right, these pieces of evidence are supposed to sort of inform the jury that your life is so full of these sort of erotic fan fictions about former President Abraham Lincoln and your children's art projects that you simply don't have time to be pissing in the ouch.
I wouldn't have time to piss in the ouch even if I wanted to. Plus, as we know, on the day of the incident, I was home absolutely itching with shingles.
Right, the shingles. And that's a skin condition, as I understand it, yes?
Yep.
Got it. Okay. Well, we've got some written testimony here for you as well, Angela, and I'll just need your response or reaction to this. First one comes to us from Narnia, who says, I drank some of Angela's ouch and it gave me diarrhea, but the tang was enjoyable on my palate.
That's pretty much a hallmark of my ouch. That's pretty much what my ouch is supposed to taste like.
Diarrhea?
It's supposed to taste like diarrhea or give you diarrhea?
No, it gives you diarrhea.
It's supposed to taste like it gives you diarrhea.
I call it ouch, because you wake up in the morning and go, ouch,
right.
My head. So of course you're so hungover, you're going, ouch, ouch, ouch. Obviously you got absolute lava coming out of your anus.
Right, but it's so good that it's worth it.
Absolutely, Judge. I'd love to give you some of my ouch.
Well, I'd love to try some, but we've got another piece of written testimony the way we have to look at first. This comes to us from Miss Lucky22, who says, hashtag you don't understand 2024. Also, she sprayed vodka into my eyes. Okay, and is this some sort of party game or something? What happened there?
Yes, Judge, that's one of my classic party games. I put vodka in a spray bottle, and then I have all the party goers kind of line up, and I tell everybody, close your mouth and open your eyes, and it's kind of a prank. And the first person, I spray him right in the eyes, and everyone gets a real big laugh. And I go, okay, actually, you guys do the reverse. Close your eyes, open your mouths, and everybody else, I spray them in the mouth.
I see. Now, surely, yeah, after the first person who watches somebody else have vodka sprayed into their eyes, they've got to be wise to the prank by then, right?
Well, I only do it once per party, Judge.
I see. Okay, so it's just some unlucky soul is the one who takes the vodka to the eyes.
Well, and sometimes if I have a repeat guest, sometimes even if they've been the one to get the vodka to the eyes before, they want to do it again because they love to make all their coworkers laugh.
Right. Yes. It's sort of you get to sort of be the center of attention. I can understand that.
Yeah, kind of office clowns is usually the ones that wants to sign up and do that.
Sure. Well, Angela, we've got one more piece of written testimony here, and then I do want to give. Oh, and did we ever have a witness for Angela? Maybe I'm misremembering. We have one last piece of written testimony, and then we're gonna put it to a vote, Angela, to determine whether or not you were the one who pissed in the ouch. This comes to us from Butt P Man, who says, Angela started my last two Halloween parties. All went off without a hitch. No piss in the ouch that we know of. Ask her to bring her brownies. They are to die for.
Another satisfied customer. I love to hear it.
Tell me about the brownies, Angela. What is that?
So they're regular brownies, but they've got a little bit of speed in them. And you eat them and you're going around the party like, vroom, vroom, vroom. So that's why I call them brownies, because they got amphetamines in there.
Okay, that feels illegal to me, and unfortunately, because you're not here for that particular crime, we can't hear much more about that. But I would caution you to be putting any sort of illegal substances in these dishes.
Judge, are you a judge or are you a party starter? Okay, what do you know? I would tell you how to do your job. You would tell me how to do mine. Also, just notice, kind of have matching hair.
We do kind of have matching hair. I didn't want to say anything, but that's kind of, I noticed that.
I love that. Am I kind of sensing a connection here, Judge?
Angela, we have to get a vote up now, so I want to give you a chance to, and you motherfucker. Get that shit out of here. Get that out of here. Put that on the side of the screen. I'm so sorry, Angela. I don't usually act like this.
Read it, Judge.
I can read it just fine. It doesn't have to be right in front of my face. It could be anywhere else.
I like the placement. I'm right next. I feel like Vanna White. Oh.
Thank you, Angela.
Thank you, Angela. I'm glad they're voting no.
Da-da-da-da. Imagine if I had a big gown on. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da.
Judge, do it too.
Judge, do it.
Close the poll.
Do it too, Judge.
Close out the
Okay.
Angela, you're not guilty.
Yeah! Woo!
Congratulations. Congratulations, Angela. You are free to go.
Okay. Oh, do you want a date later?
What? No, Angela, I'm married.
Oh, sorry, Judge. Okay, well, it's never stopped me before. Okay.
Okay. All right. Take care.
See ya.
Bye-bye. Well, folks, we've got one more trial to get to, and then it's time to head to the interrogation. So let's go ahead and close out this poll and not do this for 7 more minutes because we really are running out of time, and there's another person waiting to go on trial. So as much as I would love to do this bit again for another 10-15 minutes, we simply must move on.
We simply can't do it, Judge.
Exactly. I'm glad we're on the same page, so let's go ahead and close out this poll.
Page, Judge, let's get back to the show.
Perfect. And
All right,
close out
let's
that
bring
poll.
the next defendant.
All right, and let's close out that poll so we can meet the next defendant.
Agreed, Judge.
Judge, don't worry, we'll be able to see them just fine.
Okay, but I'm worried that you're not gonna be able to see me, which is, it's sort of a two-hander. This whole bit.
Let's go ahead and hit. There it is.
There it is. Perfect, Judge.
Hi there, and let's go ahead and close out this poll so that we can get this started.
All right, closing it out.
Perfect, and let's
Judge,
close it
you have a
out.
guest. Please speak to your guest.
I'd love to speak to my guest. Just the moment that this poll is taken off the
Judge,
screen.
you seem distracted.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong, Bailiff. I'm actually very distracted by the giant pole that seems to be covering my
Judge,
face.
We don't even know this person's name.
I'd love to get to it.
The crime they've been accused of.
You're not wrong, Bailiff.
You seem pretty eager, Judge.
And you know what? They're not alone. I'm also eager. So let's go ahead and close out that poll.
What's your name?
Me?
No.
Mary Elizabeth Todd.
Oh.
Hi, Miss Elizabeth Todd.
Mary Elizabeth.
Judge, let's get this poll out of the way, for Christ's sakes. We gotta be more serious here. We're running a court.
Miss Elizabeth Todd, thank you so much for joining us. I wish you were under better circumstances. Unfortunately, you're here because you've been accused of a crime. What is it that you do for a living, Miss Elizabeth Todd?
Unfortunately, I'm a super senior. I'm still in high school.
You're still in high school?
Yeah.
Wow.
I just wear this cap and gown as a form of manifesting.
I see. So you're wearing it sort of prophylactically.
Yes.
Well, Miss Elizabeth Todd, we're going to find out what it is that brings you into the courtroom today. Chat, what is it that Miss Elizabeth Todd has been accused of? Fake student, hitting the gritty way too hard, unpaid parking ticket, aggressive leap, aggressive leaf blower serenading from Moopy Mile or Moop Mile. I don't know. We're gonna take a version of that now. Mary Elizabeth Todd.
We had one quick written testimony about the last case that came in late.
We had a late piece of written testimony. My apologies, Miss Elizabeth Todd. We had a piece of written testimony here from our last trial. We're gonna take a look at. This comes from Goat Vindaloo. It says, Now York Police Department lab report. The punch tested positive for urine, anthrax, Baja Blast, birth control, Adderall, and Windex.
Baja Blast.
Interesting. Now, I'm not sure what that's in reference to because the previous trial was actually about ouch, not punch. So I'm not sure which punch that's referring to. We were discussing ouch, which is apparently a different
I think
thing.
that was the punch bowl at the office Christmas party.
Ah, I see. Perhaps a typo. They might have meant to write ouch as well. Apologies, Miss Elizabeth Todd. The nature of the crime that you stand accused of is leaf blowing at odd hours. Now, obviously, there's an appropriate time in our town to blow leaves. Sometimes the leaves need to be displaced, but not in the middle of the night when people are trying to sleep, and that's what you stand accused of today. Do you understand the crimes for which you stand accused?
Can you repeat that one more time, Judge?
Yeah, basically just like you're using the leaf blower at nighttime when everyone's trying to sleep is what they're saying that you did.
Fascinating.
It's an interesting response to being accused of a crime. Now, some people say that they've seen you going in and out of the school grounds landscaping shed. How do you say that?
Landscaping?
Landscaping.
Well,
Yeah. Groundskeeper, landscaper.
I would say there's a lot of old people that work at this high school, and who's to say it was me? Who's to say it was somebody else?
I see. So you think that there perhaps was a case of simple mistaken identity here?
Simple misunderstanding.
I see. And is there someone who you think would be more likely to be doing this late night leaf blowing than yourself?
Yes, Mr. Sullivan, science teacher.
Mr. Sullivan, the science teacher. Well, perhaps we'll talk to them if somebody pays $5 to put them on the stand. But in the meantime, we have somebody else on the stand that is going to offer some testimony. Let's go ahead and meet them now.
Can we hurry this up, Judge? It's me, Dean Woodworm. I've got a lot... Wormwood. Sorry, I haven't been sleeping well lately, and I've got a lot to do.
Well, Mr. Woodworm, I'm sorry to bring you in, or Wormwood, I suppose. Now you've got me saying it. Mr. Wormwood, tell us a little bit more about what brings you in today and your relation to the defendant.
I am the dean, and I haven't been able to get an ounce of sleep because someone loves to be leaf blowing all night, and then I get even more weird and anal like this. This makes me even more like the guy from the Breakfast Club. You think I want to be this way? I don't.
I don't think anybody would like to be that way. Now,
you think you're a big man, Judge?
Okay, whoa. I'm not the one doing the leaf blowing, sir. In fact, I'm trying to help you by getting to the bottom of this. Now, is there anyone that you have a suspicion of doing this leaf blowing?
Yeah, I think it's her.
Isn't he sexy when he's mad?
What?
Isn't he sexy when he's mad?
I wasn't picking up on that.
I was told she was grandfathered into sexual harassing me, that it's okay when she does it because when she was working, it was fine.
Okay, that aside, what is it about Miss Mary Elizabeth Todd that makes you believe that she is the one doing the late night leaf blowing, Mr. Wormwood?
You think you're smarter than me, huh? Is that it?
What is your beef with me, man?
You think you're some
I'm
upstart?
on your team.
You think you're some upstart, knows everything. You're gonna go out into the world and take the whole thing by storm.
I don't know everything. That's
you think
why
I'm some loser who didn't make it, huh? That's what you think? I got bad news for you, pal. There's a big world out there, and I don't know if you're ready for it. And sometimes when you're real big in here, that makes you real small out there. And I'm gonna see you out there one day, and I'm gonna squint my little eyes to be able to see you, and I'm gonna laugh. Okay?
This doesn't feel productive to me.
Sorry. It happens when I don't sleep enough.
All right,
God!
you're excused, Mr.
Thank
Wormwood.
you.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Judge, maybe it seems like you've been doing the leaf blowing.
What?
He's awfully mad at you.
I don't know why.
That's a case of curiosity.
All right, Miss Elizabeth Todd, what is your relationship with the grounds of the school? Now, famously, there are some very old oak trees that every year drop hundreds of thousands of leaves. Do you have any opinion on that, about whether or not those leaves should be displaced?
I think it's a very beautiful tree. As I said earlier, I've been here for probably as long as the oak tree has. But honestly, I prefer the leaves. I don't know who's been blowing them away.
I see. Well, to that end, we've got some evidence here to sort of bolster your defense that you've submitted. I'm going to direct your attention to this television screen. And if you wouldn't mind, please just let us know what it is you see here.
As I see, that is a hammer. That is not a drill.
Yes. And how does this relate to your defense?
So it's this. That is a hammer, and that is the only tool I own. As you can see, I don't own a leaf blower, and you can't blow away leaves with a hammer. So, case cleared.
Well, that is compelling evidence. You've got some written testimony and some more visual evidence. This comes to us from Floppy Copier, who says, I am one of her neighbors. I once saw her on my property line and steal leaves from my lawn. Okay, what say you to that, Miss Mary Elizabeth Todd? Stealing leaves from your neighbor?
I would say stealing leaves from my neighbor is a whole lot different than leaf blowing at odd hours, so I feel like that is unnecessary testimony.
Fair play, irrelevant. Wow, okay. Miss Elizabeth Todd, you're mounting quite a compelling defense. You've also submitted this piece of visual evidence, which I'm assuming is going to continue to bolster that defense. Let's have a look at it now. What's going on here?
You know what? It seems like that is my girlfriend, and she's holding a very big. My eyes are quite blurry.
Looks like
a
buster blade.
Oh, a buster blade. See that a buster blade is pretty cool, and honestly,
No doubt.
Judge, I don't even know what a buster blade is, but that is my girlfriend, and she does a lot of the manual labor around here, so I clearly don't even know how to do a leaf blower.
I see. You're saying that if anyone were to be using a leaf blower, it would be your girlfriend who wields a giant sword.
And she is not on trial, so, case closed.
Okay, well, so seems like a pretty open and shut case, but we do have some more written testimony. This comes to us from the remover, who says, I saw the accused duct taping a flashlight to a leaf blower like Ripley in that one Alien movie. I think they mostly come out at night, mostly. Now, that feels like fairly damning testimony. What say you to that, Miss Elizabeth Todd?
So they're saying there was a flashlight on a leaf blower.
Yes, and that they saw you duct taping it for perhaps doing some leaf blowing at night.
So what if I told you I was using that on my girlfriend in bed?
I would be confused and want to know more about what that means.
Judge, I hate to rush you, but the show was supposed to end 9 minutes ago, and we have like 15 things to pay off.
You're right. Well, we'll get into that later, but we've got another piece of written testimony and
Judge,
two
can I
witnesses.
say something?
Please.
A leaf blower is great on the clitoris.
I'm glad we actually spent the time to talk about that, and I wish I could know what that feels like. But unfortunately, we have this other piece of testimony. Well, already read that one. Let's get one of the witnesses in. Are we ready to talk to them?
No, Judge, here's the written thing.
All right, let's look at this written testimony. This is from Miss Lucky22, who says, can't get an ounce of sleep on campus. Someone please lock up this freak.
Really good, really good.
I am a freak in the sheets, but I'm not a freak with the leaves.
Damn, she's good. All right,
I've been in school for a long time, Judge.
We've got a witness on the stand. Let's go ahead and see what their whole deal is. Who is this?
I'm Carl Spackler.
And what's your whole thing?
I live on a houseboat.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Okay. Probably not a lot of leaves around there, huh?
No, what little droppings my bonsai does create, I have a little dirt devil that I just kind of used to put right up.
Right, and so any take on the defendant, Mary Elizabeth Todd, or the crime for which she stands accused?
Yeah, I've known MET since way back in '77. And she's a solid chick. You know, she would never disturb the peace. And she and her wife taught me to pleasure a lady with a leaf blower.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you for that testimony, Mr. Spackler. I think we got all we need from you. We've got another witness, I think another piece of written testimony, and Miss Elizabeth Todd, do you want to respond to anything Mr. Spackler said?
I love Carl. One time I used a leaf blower on his dick.
Wow. Miss Elizabeth Todd, can you take like one step to your right, please? Perfect. That's
Sorry.
exact. No, that's totally fine. We just want to make sure that you're tucking in that little mic. All right, we've got another witness here. Let's see who that is. And it's this hot dog guy.
Sorry. Oh, you wanted groundskeeper Willie.
Yeah.
I thought you wanted the groundskeeper's Willie.
Okay. All right.
Should I go?
So you're an anthropomorphized penis of the groundskeeper?
Yeah. This is so awkward.
Yeah, this is really embarrassing, I think, for all of us.
Anyway, I am the groundskeeper's penis, and she's never been blowing leaves, so I want to clear her name.
Her meaning Miss Mary Elizabeth Todd or the
Yeah.
groundskeeper?
No, Mary. While I'm here, the groundskeeper. When I'm fastened to him, he's supposed to be doing groundskeeping. But Mary does not do it. She's being set up by people at the school, in my opinion. I was here by accident, but I want to clear her name. She's a great lady, and she really knows how to use a leaf blower.
Thank you.
Thank you, groundskeeper's penis. All right, well, is that everything, bailiff? Are we ready to vote?
Yeah.
Great. Can't wait to see where this poll ends up. And Miss Elizabeth Todd, if you have any closing remarks you'd like to make, in the meantime, go ahead and make them now.
Even though I love the groundskeeper's Willie, the groundskeeper, did you see his Willie?
I did. He
that is
just gave some testimony not moments ago.
Excuse my language, that's a fucked up Willie. And
Yeah.
so if you had a Willie like that, wouldn't you want to cause ruckus with a leaf blower at night with the leaves on the ground that you operate?
Oh, so you're saying you think that you're saying that you think the groundskeeper?
Yes.
You think the groundskeeper is the one who's doing this?
Yes, and his Willie is finally noticing that he's a bad guy.
Okay, so I see. So you think that the groundskeeper's Willie has betrayed him by testifying, and that it's really the groundskeeper who is doing this late night leaf blowing. Interesting.
I mean, you saw the Willie here by himself.
You're not wrong. Well, it looks like our jurors have entered their verdict, and this was a very close one. But for the trial of Miss Elizabeth Todd, the jurors have entered their verdict and found you not guilty of late night leaf blowing. Congratulations.
You get a leaf blower on your clitoris. You get a leaf blower on your
She's doing Oprah. All right, thank you. You're free to go, Miss Elizabeth Todd. Well, folks, what an incredible evening of law. We've seen so many trials tonight. Some guilty, some the fuck. We've got another piece of written testimony. This one came in at the last moment. This is from As Timoth, who says, landscaping. Glad we were able to get that one in at the 11th hour. Thank you for that submission. All that's left to do now is head back to the police station for a quick interrogation, which we just realized that you all paid for, even though we're nearly 15 minutes over time. If our guests need to leave right now, I wouldn't blame them. But we have to do this because we said we would. So let's go ahead and do that now. Roll that bumper.
All right.
Do you want to do another YouTube short first?
Yeah.
Let's punch in on him.
I'm being interrogated by the cops. But Twitch Chat is my lawyer, and they're gonna tell me what to say.
Alright, pal. We got most of your guys. We figured out your whole operation. What we can't figure out is where's the mayor's daughter?
Damn, it seems like I'm cooked. What do we want to tell him about the mayor's daughter? Got it. Did you check her room?
Did we check the mayor's daughter's room?
Yeah, did you check her room?
Yes, we did. We actually spent about 3 hours in there yesterday walking around the whole place looking at all the stuff. There was nothing there other than her regular stuff. But I'll tell you what did happen. 2 days ago, she got picked up from school. And no one's seen her since. You know anything about that?
They checked the room, and she wasn't in there. So, what happened? What are we gonna tell this guy, huh? What are we gonna tell this guy? I never went to school, just say yes. Okay, got it. Did you check under her bed?
I just told you we spent 3 hours.
She might be under the bed. I mean, some kids, you know, they hide under the bed if they're scared. Might be under there.
I will be right back.
Okay. All right.
Fade out for a sec. Hey!
Oh.
She wasn't under the bed neither.
Damn.
Now what happened 2 days ago, pal? Where'd she go? Someone picked her up. It wasn't her normal guy.
Damn. They checked under the bed and she wasn't there. What are we gonna say? What are we gonna... Okay, got it. What about the closet? Did you check her closet? She could maybe be in there. Okay.
Nothing in the closet either, pal. You better get a real good story real fast. Alright?
Did you... I feel like I should say something about the dress that he has on now. Should we mention that? Should we mention the dress? Compliment it. It's nice. Don't say anything about the dress. We're not gonna address it. Compliment him. Okay, I'll compliment him. I'll do it. Hey, I like your dress that you're wearing. You weren't wearing that before. That was
You do?
It's nice. It's flattering. Yeah.
Okay, you're free to go.
What?
You can get out of here.
Okay. Are you sure? What do we do? Are we gonna go? Are we gonna go now? He said I'm free to go. Are we gonna go? Kiss him? Okay. All right. Well, if that's everything.
Okay, I guess that's everything. Hey folks, we're the Everything Now Show. Thank you so much for joining us. We do the show every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, so come on back if this is your first time, or even if it's not your first time. Follow everything below here, all the socials you see. Particularly check out the YouTube. We're trying to hit the big 10,000 on YouTube. We're getting close, so don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube. Correct. Also join our Discord. All the evidence you saw was submitted by you in the Discord, so if you're not already, you gotta get in there. This would be the part where we bring out our guests. However, we went 20 minutes late tonight, and so valid and fine.
Totally valid.
They left because they had other stuff to go do.
It's late.
So we're gonna plug stuff for them. If we can do exclamation point guests.
Type exclamation point get. Someone just did it.
Haley
Thank
Mills
you.
and Meredith Dillon were our two incredibly funny guests tonight. So please follow them on Instagram and check them both out on Herald Night at UCB with the team Headbutt, which we've had quite a few Headbutt folks in here. So you definitely check them out. They're very funny. Also check out Meredith with Shag Improv, which is shag.improv on Instagram, I believe. Very funny team, features my Darman from my team, as well as some other folks who have done the show.
Everybody go follow them on Instagram right now. That'll be a nice little surprise for them. They'll be like, whoa, I just got 20 new followers on Instagram. That must be from the Everything Now show. Makes us look really good when
And I would
happens.
love that for me as well.
Yep.
That would be cool if that happened to me as well.
Our Instagrams are on the Everything Now show Instagram, which if you're already on Instagram, you're following these people, may as well drop us a follow
May as well follow my dumb ass.
And definitely subscribe to our YouTube, folks, because not only are there over 600 episodes of Everything Now show there for you to enjoy, there's also a behind-the-scenes stream that's on right now. If you type exclamation point BTS in the chat, where you can watch the show without all the green screen effects, with all the just a behind-the-scenes view of the studio. So you're gonna want to check that out as well and follow us on all this other social stuff as well.
Rocky's out of town for like a week and a half, so he'll be back in a week and a half. It'll be the boys till then. We have another show on Monday that
It's with Shane Madej, Sarah Rubin, and Winnie Code.
That's right.
We're doing jonks.
Shane
with
and
that.
Sarah featuring Winnie Code. So you've got to check this out.
I'm turning off the BTS stream to turning on the Hangout stream.
Okay. So now we're gonna raid into